Some attacks never reach your life because they were stopped, but others get access because you spoke too early, too openly, or to the wrong ears. God never warned people about silence by accident. 1 of the first things God warns you not to tell just anyone is what He is preparing you for next. When God begins shaping a new season, He rarely announces it publicly. He plants it quietly, often beneath ordinary routines and unnoticed days. At first, it doesn't look impressive. It feels fragile, unfinished, almost vulnerable. And that is exactly why silence matters. The moment you speak it too early, it becomes exposed to opinions, doubt, jealousy, and delay. Not everyone knows how to hold unfinished things with care. Some people will question it before it has roots. Others will reduce it because it challenges how they see you. Even well-meaning voices can damage what is still forming. Joseph's dream was real, but sharing it early multiplied resistance and invited pressure he was not yet equipped to carry. God often protects future assignments by placing them under silence until strength catches up with calling. And if you have sensed something forming that you cannot yet explain, the restraint you feel is not hesitation, it is coverage. And if this pattern has appeared more than once in your life, it is no longer coincidence. It is protection. 2. Another thing God warns you not to tell just anyone is the battle you are currently fighting in private. Not every struggle needs an audience. Some battles are meant to shape you, not label you. When you speak too soon, people begin forming conclusions before God finishes refining you. They may see weakness where heaven sees training. They may freeze you in a moment God is actively moving you out of. And once a label is attached, people often stop watching for growth. Jesus carried the cross publicly, but many of His deepest struggles were processed alone in prayer, where no opinions could interfere. Silence during certain seasons is not isolation, it is formation. If explaining your struggle feels heavier than carrying it with God, that is not pride, that is discernment. And if peace returns the moment you stop explaining yourself, pay attention to that signal. Peace returning is often proof that silence was obedience, not avoidance. 3. God also warns you not to over-explain the doors He has already closed. Some people only know you by who you used to be, and when God shuts a door, explaining it invites unnecessary debate. You do not owe everyone access to your discernment. Closed doors are not rejection stories, they are protection stories. God closes doors quietly so you can walk away without dragging emotional weight behind you. The moment you begin justifying obedience, you reopen access God already sealed. And when too many voices are involved, obedience slowly turns into negotiation. If walking away felt peaceful, but explaining it feels draining, that difference is your answer. And if prayer suddenly feels easier when you stop explaining yourself, ask yourself why that is. Ease returns when obedience is no longer negotiated. 4. There are weaknesses God is healing in you that are not meant for public processing. Healing grows best in environments without pressure. The wrong listener can turn restoration into shame without intending to. Some people remember your wounds longer than your growth, and they speak to you as if nothing has changed. God restores quietly so strength can form without comparison, without expectation, without performance. That is why Jesus healed some people and told them not to tell anyone, not because the miracle was small, but because it was sacred. Growth exposed too early often gets interrupted. If God is working on something tender in you, silence is not hiding. It is honoring the process. Sometimes the fastest way to delay healing is to explain it to the wrong ears. 5. And this next truth is where most people stop listening, even though it explains everything before it. God warns you not to speak openly about the discernment He has given you about certain people. When God reveals something to you about someone else, it is rarely permission to expose them. It is instruction for how you should move. Discernment is not gossip with a spiritual tone. It is guidance meant to keep you aligned. Speaking what God showed you to the wrong person can turn wisdom into division and obedience into conflict. Silence keeps your spirit clean, while obedience keeps you safe. If God wanted confrontation, He would give clarity and peace. If He wanted exposure, He would open the door Himself. Until then, restraint is obedience. And if you have ever felt an inner pause right before saying something about someone, that hesitation was not fear, it was protection. 6. God also warns you not to announce blessings He is still stabilizing. Some blessings arrive quietly because they are still settling. Early exposure attracts pressure before foundation forms. God does not always bless loudly. Sometimes He blesses slowly so what He gives lasts. When people know too soon, expectations rise, comparison enters, and peace gets disrupted. You start managing reactions instead of stewarding the gift. Joy turns into responsibility too quickly. If something good feels real but delicate, guard it. Let it mature before it is measured. Not everything God gives needs immediate validation. Some things grow best unseen, where gratitude can deepen without noise. 7. Finally, God warns you not to explain in detail the way He is teaching you to hear His voice. Your relationship with God is personal before it is public. Everyone hears Him differently, and comparison can distort confidence. God develops spiritual sensitivity in quiet, not performance. His voice is gentle, not forced. Protect that intimacy. Over time, it will speak through your life without explanation. You will not need to defend it, announce it, or prove it. The fruit will be visible. Direction will become evident. Peace will become your confirmation. Explanation only comes when alignment is already in place. When God asks you to stay quiet, it is not because He is withholding from you. It is because He is covering you. And if your silence has been misunderstood, if protection has looked like isolation, if things have been spared without explanation, then you are not imagining it. You are living inside protection.